Greetings, Internet faithful. I am some guy named Rob, and welcome back once again to the Sunday night live stream brought to you and broadcast live from the International Academy for the Subtle Art of Talking to Oneself and Waffle House. Somebody asked me, Rob, why waffles? To which I replied, well, the last time I went for a soda, someone actually drowned and someone died. I haven't had the heart to tell Kim Mitchell he'll be crushed. But we're not here to mourn that. We are here to mourn the 1 hour of lost weekend due to the time change. Of course, there are people around the world, and even not so much around the world, somewhat locally, even within Canada, who are laughing at us for having to deal with the time change. People in Saskatchewan who don't do this sort of thing. I have a message to all you people in Saskatchewan. Now, yes, you don't have to deal with the whole sleep adjustment thing with the lost hour, but you have to live in Saskatchewan. So I'm still coming out on top here. Just saying. Anyway, welcome one and all to the live stream. Gonna take a little sip of our, I'm not sure if this will show up on camera, Don't Poke the Bear, which is a nice little apple cider that I picked up for the stream tonight. Also have a couple other drinks specially set aside for the stream. And I know some people are thinking, Rob, isn't it against Twitch's policy for you to have a drink on camera? No, actually. The dangerous consumption of substances such as alcohol or illegal substances, which this is not, is against law or against Twitch's rules. Now, I'm 42 years old, so I am twice the legal drinking age pretty much everywhere. And a can this size, for a guy my size, is not dangerous consumption. So, it's fine. All right. What do we have on the stream for this week? Well, let's fire this up. As you can see, I have been working on making things a little prettier around here. So on the show tonight, we're going to go through some of the this week in the world of some guy named Rob. Now I'm looking over here because that's the monitor that the actual text that's big enough for me to read is on. So if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why. We're going to take a couple minutes to talk about the channels that I have and the update schedule that I'm looking for. We're going to do a little segment called Something Old, Something New. This is just kind of general announcements for said channels. We're going to do a little bit more Q&A. This is going to be really, really quick. These are questions that came about while I was putting together the 1 month macOS challenge. But they're still creeping up. And finally, some old school gaming goodness featuring Dragon Warrior 4. Been looking forward to this for a while, sort of the end of the Dragon Warrior quadrology on the original NES. And I did fix the volume of the game sound, so the game music should be quite a bit more clear, or in fact audible compared to last week. So we're going to see what that comes to. I'm also going to try not to exhale like that on the microphone. Still feeling a little bit congested. This time it's a little bit more of a cold than it was from all the dust being kicked up like I was last week. So I might have to take kind of those strange breath pauses, but I always have the option to if I see something's coming, I can always mute the microphone. I have a hotkey set up on my keyboard now. And I can also use that to like move volumes up and down on the fly without having to kind of, clickety clack with the mouse everywhere. So that's kind of cool. So with that said, all right, let's go back here. And so this week in the life of some guy named Rob. Well, originally I was going to have a lot more here to say. A lot of this was just so you know, most of these slides, and yes, they are slides. This is a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, you'll need a bigger font moving forward. The P in P. Oh, picture in picture. Yeah. I'm still working on this, the whole picture in picture thing, and that's mostly so I can integrate the webcam without covering the text. But yeah, I figure most people really aren't, I don't know. And again, I also don't know how large the screens are that people are watching this on. So I guess I kind of take it for granted. But so duly noted, I got to make sure that I test this a little bit better. Now, that being said, in the This Week in the World of Some Guy Named Rob, this was originally going to have a lot more to do with some of the stuff that I was going to do today. There was going to be a gaming group that I'm part of that we were going to get together. Did not get a chance to for various reasons. And so we're going to kind of skip this one because it's not nearly as interesting as it was originally meant to be. The only really original thing that's happened today is almost missing my stream time and actually starting the stream a little bit late because my son refuses to go to bed. Yeah, that is the bane of my existence right now is my son not wanting to go to bed when it's time to go to bed, especially on a Sunday night. And this is originally why I moved the live stream toward 9, figuring that by 9 he should be asleep. But for some reason in, like an hour plus, he just refused to fall asleep. So, yeah, that's happening. Anyway, we're not going to move the stream time for now, but if things kind of get ugly with him not falling asleep, we may have to cut things early. So I'm going to move along as quick as I can. So a couple of minutes about the channel update schedules. Now, for this, oh boy, I should have thought of this a little bit more thoroughly. Nope, that's not it. There we go. It's just easier that way if I put it up on screen like that. So if you go to YouTube and you do a search for Some Guy Named Rob, all is one word, or Some Guy Named Rob, it's not gonna, anyway, we're not gonna play the audio, but you should see this is the channel that you should see. This is my main channel, and this one here, as far as updates go, we're gonna try and get a new video up every single Tuesday, whether it be highlights from the live stream or it be, excuse me, had a little cider moment there. And that's why I'm glad I set up hotkeys, so you don't have to listen to me belch on camera. Because that'd be really professional, wouldn't it? So on this channel here, what you're going to see is basically all of the new stuff, all of the main stuff that I do is going to come here. So things like when Lee and I do over under, or I do Age of Attribution, the TLDR stuff, things of that nature are all going to be here. I want to have a new video at least every Tuesday, maybe also every Friday, but the Friday one is maybe every other Friday. But Tuesday I want to have that up there. Now, for the Grand Bastardo channel, which if you type in the Grand Bastardo, 3 words, you should get this guy right here. That is the sort of the character of the Grand Bastardo. As you can see, hasn't been updated in a while. Has not been updated in a year, actually. I have some news with regards to that, but that's coming a little bit later. So that one there, I want to update at least every couple of weeks as well. I haven't decided on a day, but I'm thinking sometime around Saturday or Sunday. This one here, Something Humble Studios, as 3 words. Something Humble Studios, this is the channel that you get the icon, not to be confused with Humble Studios. So if you come back here, this is some guy who does photography. That's not me. This one here, as you can see, or maybe not, depending on how big the big things are on the screen, these are the Twitch streams. I archive them here. By default, Twitch doesn't archive more than, I think, 30 days, unless you're like a partner or a verified user or whatever, which I'm not. I'm not a partner. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have nearly the amount of clout to get to that point yet. So what I do is I download copies of everything and then I re-upload them to this channel. So if you miss a live stream in the future, or you just want to review a live stream from what I've done before, that's where they're going to be. So those go up every single Monday. And there we go. So, and also I have some older stuff like from a while back. I have my my emulation PC and stuff like that. The things that I put up before, something from Super Mega Baseball that kind of went, I mean, by my standards, semi-viral, because I tweeted it to the developers on Twitter, and they kind of took off with it. They retweeted it a few times. So this is where the live streams go. That's going to be every Monday. If I do anything like extra streams or things like that, they'll end up here. So just so you know. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so that's my little bit on channel updates. Something old, something new. Well, how do I describe this? Well, these are things that, little changes that are going to be coming up over the next little while, such as, new graphics. Okay, so on the old side of things, I am making headway on getting my gaming library onto a single computer, rather than right now I have things kind of archived and backed up all over the place, and it's making streaming and recording things more challenging because, excuse me, should have picked something a little bit less carbonated. But yeah, I wanted to add some variety to what I can add here, and getting everything onto a single machine makes it a lot easier to stream. So I'm making a lot of headway on that. Also, a lot of the classic content that was pulled down from the main channel is being reworked to look more like the current channel aesthetic, so I can re-upload it. And also this is going to help me kickstart new episodes of older series like Over Under, TLDR, etc. I like this one. We'll be retiring some older and unused channels and Twitter handles that may impact 3, possibly 4 people on planet Earth, including myself. Yeah, so things like the SGNR photo, Twitter, and YouTube channel are going away. I'll still have my Facebook page, but I'm not going to bother with those. The Grand Bastardo is going to maybe get, on Twitter is going to see a little bit more love as I get more updates. But yeah, I'm going to be kind of streamlining things and pulling things back, so I'm down to like 3 channels. Because even 3 channels is excessive. But I have a lot of varied interests, so I don't want to have everything all together all the time, because then the single channel looks kind of schizophrenic versus having separate avenues for everything, if that makes sense. On the new side, there will be some new characters and a new writer for the Grand Bastardo. I'm very excited about this. I can't give any details just yet, but as we get a little bit closer to making new content for this channel, there's a lot of scripts that I have written, but I have a new writer that I'm going to be working with that is going to inject a very, very different point of view into the channel, but is still going to be within the same vein as the kind of the darker humor on the Grand Bastardo channel. So I'm really excited to see how this all gels together. More as that develops. On the gaming channel, there will be a new gaming series based on tabletop role-playing. We're in the early stages of pre-production. I will be collaborating with the game master who runs our gaming group, and this could be a whole lot of fun, depending on how we do this. There's a couple different ideas that I want to float by and see what sticks. It may be live and on camera. It may not be live. It may be quasi-animated, but I had, again, more on this as it develops, but new content coming soonish. Working slowly to improve visuals on the channels and stream. So as you can see, we're going to have some new character designs, obviously, because there's going to be new characters for the Grand Bastardo, and some such. I'm working on a new animation style which should greatly accelerate the rate at which I can put out content. This of all the things is the thing that I'm most excited about, because it's going to let me get out more ideas more quickly and still have a good amount of quality to them. New video and stream layouts. So as you can see tonight, I'm working on a new stream layout. If I'm looking at OBS, I have the contents of my monitor sort of up in one quadrant, and in the lower quadrant, I have me on camera, live, nothing blocks. I do want to put a better background on that. This is also going to be closer to what regular videos will have. One of the reasons for that is because I want to start moving things toward higher resolutions. As much as the stuff I put out doesn't really benefit from 4K, having a 4K file lets you upload much higher quality videos, meaning that people who watch them in 1080p and in 720p or even 480 actually get much higher bit rates, which means it's less like blocky and choppy. So even if you're only viewing in standard or regular high definition, you're going to get a much better picture just because I started off with a much higher file. This is what I was doing all last week during the stream. You just didn't get to see it. And I was actually surprised with this this new microphone setup, how little of it actually translated through to the finished product, which I'm very grateful for. The one thing that I have noticed is that things that I hear in my headset don't necessarily translate over to the final recording. And yeah, I realize I keep looking in the wrong spot. I'm looking over at the chat, and I know that my camera's over here. I'm not used to being on camera. I have to get used to that a little bit more, because I do want to set up a second camera setup as well. Now, with that said, I'm also looking to make these damn PowerPoint slides look less boring. Because, yeah, they're not the most dynamic things in the world. All right, this brings us to the Q&A part of things. This will be really quick. It's kind of all the same question, but it's a lot of different questions that ultimately were rolled up into one. And really, what it boils down to is, do you plan on doing any other one-month challenges, such as iOS, Android, Linux, Chromebook, etc.? I'm not sure what etc. would mean. Like Etch-a-Sketch? A BlackBerry? I have no idea. Anyway. And the answers for these kind of vary a little bit. So as far as now, I know probably nobody's going to be able to read this because of the contrast, and I apologize for this. I'll just go through the answers really quickly. As far as iOS goes, the answer is no. I have no real desire, and I have no real practical ability to do an iOS 1 month challenge. I don't actually own any iOS devices, so let me be clear about that as I put down my controller and try not to make too much noise. So this is the iPhone that I use for work, and this is not owned by me. I've used it during the course of my 30-day macOS challenge. Now, I was able to get away with it because I didn't have my boss contact me and say, hey, Rob, we're going to upgrade you to a different phone. We need to recall your iPhone because it's being life cycled, and I could end up with a completely different device. So this is not mine. I have the ability to use it, but at the same time, I also would prefer to only use this for work where possible. So that's really the only iOS device I have access to. Now, it's hard to do a 30-day challenge when you don't actually own something and don't know that you'll have it for 30 days. So someone could say, well, I could lend you an iPad for a week, but that's a week. I could get a phone call tomorrow and from my boss saying, we're life cycling your phone, and then I don't have it anymore. So yeah, I'm not really going to be doing iOS. And there's no real budget. I'm not going to put anything in my budget as far as going out and buying one, even used. As far as Android goes, now, that brings me to Android because I do own an Android phone. If I can find where I put it, here we go. This is it. This is my Galaxy S7, and it is mine. And I also own a Samsung Galaxy tablet, but on the other hand, those are probably not, mostly due to performance. And what I mean by that is, as I just mentioned earlier, I do want to dabble into the 4K realm of things. Now, the Galaxy can shoot in 4K with its camera, but if I'm doing a 30-day challenge, what am I going to use to edit? Editing, even just regular HD 720p on a tablet or a phone, I don't like that idea at all. I mean, I just recently went out and spent $1,500 upgrading my workstations, as you saw in last week's videos, to get the maximum amount of performance out of them as possible, to the point where I could edit 4K video in the same amount of time that my old system could edit 1080p or even 720p video. I went out for maximum performance. So to take such a drastic step back, yeah, that's not looking very likely. Especially when you get big video files that need a lot of storage. And, you can expand with micro SD cards, but you're not going to get the storage and bandwidth that you need to do really full-on video editing. Live streaming, I could do it like this. I could talk into the camera and do it live like that. But yeah, I'm not really enthusiastic about it. Linux, on the other hand, that's a full-fledged operating system that runs on PCs, of which I have plenty to spare right now. I could dedicate a relatively high-performance machine to Linux, so I could do a 1 month challenge. That one falls into the possibility of definitely maybe because my main video editing software, DaVinci Resolve, also has a Linux version. Audacity, which I use, has a Linux version. So, it would be different from using Windows in many respects, but I could make it work. So that's a definite maybe. I might do it. I'm not saying yes, but it's a possibility because it is very different from Windows and very, very different from Mac OS as well. So that's a possibility, but yeah, I'm not going to commit to it. I'm also, on the other hand, I am going to say no to Chromebook, and for that it's CIOS. I don't own a Chromebook. I don't know anyone who would be willing to lend me a Chromebook for a month. And again, they're not going to be able to handle the type of stuff that I would want to do. I know that for anything that doesn't involve video editing and recording, that a Chromebook will work just fine for my needs. I use Google Chrome as my main browser, so having an entire operating system built around that browser, which is what I use 99% of the time anyway when I'm not working, yeah, I know it'll work. I know it'll consume content the way I want it to, so I don't really see the point. It really boils down to, can I create content? And because I don't own one, well, no, not really. And same with iOS. Android I own, but I'm very, very hesitant. Anyway, moving right along. Which brings us to old school gaming goodness, featuring Dragon Warrior 4. But before we do that, I'm going to take a very, very quick break. I'm going to make sure my son is actually asleep. And we are going to get everything set for Dragon Warrior 4. So I will be right back. And we are back. So let me queue up our game for tonight. And this is Dragon Warrior 4. First released in 1992. Now, I don't know if that was the American release or the Japanese release. I'm going to guess Japanese, because I kind of remember only playing Dragon Warrior 4 around 1993, late 93 and early 94. And I think my brother got it as soon as it came out. I could be wrong. Again, this is a long, long time ago. So what we're going to do, we are going to fire this up. Okay, here we go, presented by Enix. And there we go, we got our opening sort of little cutscene here. Always, always, always loved the crafting that went into these intros. This is just great stuff right here. And please let me know how the volume levels are, because I did a fair amount of testing to try and get the volumes much more balanced, because last week they were completely screwed up. Let's see what we got going here. We are going to begin a new quest. Adventure Log 1. As you can see, this is a first playthrough. So, actually, if you look at the information for the stream, it actually shows the Dragon Warrior, the original. For some reason, Twitch doesn't have Dragon Warrior 4, and it wouldn't let me save Dragon Warrior 4, and you have to have all this tag and category information filled in before, you know, for your stream to meet their qualifications. So I just put it back to the regular Dragon Warrior, but it is Dragon Warrior 4, which I made sure to put in the title of the stream. So hopefully people, if you're coming here for the can be lowered a touch. Wow, for a change it's too loud. Okay, how's that? How's that as far as the music goes? I realize I ask that. It takes 10 seconds for you guys to hear it, or to hear me say it. Then you reply. It takes me 10 seconds to see it, so I gotta be patient. Sounds good. Okay, a touch lower, because I can't really speak any louder, and I don't want to get up on the microphone much more. Although, what I can do, and what I should have done earlier, was engage the high pass filter. So if I do get a little bit up on the microphone, it doesn't sound horrendously boomy. Okay, touch lower maybe. Alright, let's go a little bit. We'll go a little bit lower just to be on the safe side, and then we'll adjust from there. Okay, so once again, we're going to put in our name, SGNR. And we are male. And we're going to pick a middle of the pack speed for our messages. I don't want them to be too fast so I don't miss any information, but I don't want them to be super slow either. Okay, Chapter 1, The Royal Soldiers. You know what? I see something like that with This Is a Story About, and I can't help but think of the narrator from Welcome to Night Vale. Like, this is a story about royal soldiers of a small I'm not going to do that. Because I find it obnoxious. But yeah, okay, so this is kind of cool. So we're in Chapter 1. We are a soldier. We are named Ragnar for some reason. So the king has summoned all the soldiers to the castle court. You can tell who we are because we stick out like a sore thumb. The king will speak to you. Listen carefully. Everyone at ease. Okay, children have been vanishing from the kingdom recently. The mothers from Ismet village came to me in tears this morning begging for our help, so we need to find where Ismet is. Seems important. As the king of this country, I cannot ignore this problem any longer. Find the cause of the disappearances and report them to me. Go. Okay, so we have a woman running up to us at random. Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive. I know it. I'm suspecting she knows more than she's letting on. I'm gonna try talking to her. Stop running away. Damn it. Oh, okay, so it's the same thing. I was hoping that there'd be something different. Let's talk to all the people. If you keep walking outside, night will fall. So there is a day-night cycle in this game as well as there was in Dragon Warrior 3. Let's see who this guy is. Nope. For crying out loud. I'm researching something. Okay. Nice to see you. Glad we had this chat. We came from Ismet village. Okay. Oh, that's the same woman as before. Alright. Let's talk to this person. I hear that monsters which only appeared at night are now appearing during the day. Troubled times, aren't they? Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Don't fall behind the other soldiers. Ah, interesting. Okay. What is this? Who are you? Stop it. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Okay, so apparently the others have already left for Ismet village. I am kind of the guy falling behind everybody. Let's talk to the king. Counting on your good work. Oh, alright. So apparently we're not meant to be lollygagging. We are meant to be getting a move on. So let's get a move on. Okay, the king is good and he keeps his taxes low. Unfortunately, he can't spend much on your equipment. Okay, so this is just game mechanics. Make sure you buy weapons and armor, equip them once you've purchased them. Alright, we gotta go out and earn ourselves a living. So, 2 slimes and a giant worm. Alright, Slimy's gone. I take 2 points of damage. Okay, so these worms are fairly tough. Take this guy out. And now we're going to take out the slime. This should be a one-shot kill. Foes were defeated. 5 experience points and 10 gold. Alright. I should find out before I venture too far. Oh, too late now. A dive rat? Okay. Doesn't that look like Pinky from Pinky and the Brain? Am I the only one who thinks that looks like Pinky from Pinky and the Brain? Reinforcements. Oh shit. Well, that's new. Okay. Dive rats, I guess, were defeated. 6 experience points, 14 gold. Let's go to the inn. Let's see how much it costs to heal, because I have a feeling I'm going to need this a few times before I level up. Welcome to Wayfarer's Inn. 4 gold. Yeah, may as well. Yeah. It is the one and only Just Some Guy Named Rob, and also Jansen, Jansen Lee. I'm not even going to go with the Twitch handle. Yeah, Some Guy Named Rob, Lee Jansen from YouTube's Best at Losing. Yeah, the band is back together again. Welcome to the stream, Chris. Are you getting your Dragon Warrior 4 on? Alright, slime and a worm. Could not be happier. You are a liar, sir. You could be happier because you could be drunk. How dare you say his name? What? Why am I... No. Doxing. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, we've leveled up. We have leveled up. We as a team leveled up. And if it wasn't for Crunch Supreme, we would never have leveled up. You're an invaluable part of the team. We would never dox you. You get us killed, that might be another story. That's a joke. Because God knows people on Twitch have no sense of humor. Alright, so 10 gold, 4 experience, so... Okay, yeah, this is, we're pretty combat-oriented, right now. We're not able to move very far before we're just getting in fights left, right, and center. 2 experience, 6 gold. That seems pretty light for what we just fought. Oh, we got a tunnel. Alright. I don't think we're strong enough to get to the tunnel yet. I'd like to get to level 3. Let's get to level 3, and then we can tunnel it. Slime appears. Because I also want to get some medicinal herbs. Now the question is are we eating ass because of doxing, or do we eat ass to avoid doxing, or is that like the source of our power now? I'm a little confused. This whole thing has kind of passed me by as well. But then again, I'm the oldest of the 3 of us. I'm glad these slimes are very incompetent. Okay, 2 gold. You know what? It seems to me these slimes are a lot less generous than they were in Dragon Warrior 3. Ooh, a babble. I gotta be careful with these guys. These guys can poison me. Yeah, I have to take this guy out. Especially since his attacks are actually pretty strong. Eating ass is not a solution to anything. You know what? That should be like a political statement. That should be a bumper sticker, you know? Jesus is the way. Eating ass is definitely not a solution to anything. That would seem like they would fit on the back of the same minivan. I'm probably going to have to label this stream as mature content, which is total false advertising, because there's going to be no real maturity to speak of on this stream going forward. Alright, let's get rid of that babble. Yeah, they do. I think what it is, as far as the graphics go, the thing because we're still in the 8-bit era, I don't know how big the ROMs could get. There's only so much information that you can store on these little ROM chips. So if you keep making the worlds bigger and you keep adding more enemies and things like that, you're going to end up with like worse looking graphics. I go up 1 max HP. What a rip. Like, I get what they're going for with these stag beetles, and I really should not have done that. Oh, Ragnar's poison. No. No. And I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This is not good. Yeah, I'm so dead. Yep, I'm done. Ragnar passes away. I didn't die. Look at that, guys. I didn't die. I passed away. We're into euphemistic language for dying. A voice is heard out of nowhere. Chosen ones. It's not the time to give up. Okay, I'm done with that. I shall revive you. Open your eyes. Where am I? Who am I? Oh, I'm with the Mystic. Let's see what my status is. Info. Yeah, okay. Stupid babbles. Alright. Now, how much did that cost me in terms of gold? 63. That cost me a little bit of gold. I'm not happy about that. Cheaper than it used to be in Dragon Warrior 1, though. Did we save? Of course we didn't save. We're on level 3. Why are we saving? You don't save at level 3. I don't know if that's religion or occult. We're gonna have to look into that. That might be the occult. I didn't see... Alright, we need to go get healed already, because... Alright, 6 experience, 12 gold. Yeah, this is very combat heavy, but you don't get a whole lot of... It's not very forgiving. It's a lot less forgiving than... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's religion. Not a very good church. What we got here? Weapon shop. Let's see what we got. Club, copper sword, thorn whip, chain sickle. Okay, we gotta save some money. Drop by again, yeah. Where is our tool shop? I think that's this guy here. And yeah, we gotta get this dude out of the way. Item shop. We're gonna buy the antidote herb. We're gonna buy another antidote herb. Okay, and we're gonna buy some medical herbs. Okay, this should help us out. Let's exit. I think this is the first game in the Dragon Warrior series where you actually had an exit, where if you didn't want to do anything, instead of just pressing the B button, you can actually choose to end a conversation. Yeah, grinding slimes is probably what we're going to end up doing a lot of. I'm going to hit up that tunnel soon. Stag beetle appears. Let's kill the stag beetle. 10 damage. Goodbye. Okay. 2 more damage. Why am I... Alright. Foes were defeated. 2 experience. 2 experience and 6 gold seems very light for 2 enemies. Like, the experience in Gold in Dragon Warrior 3 was a lot easier to come by, and the combat wasn't quite as hard until I did a lot of really stupid things. Let's go into our items here. We're going to use a medical herb. Okay, wounds heal. We're at 32 points. Beautiful. Alright, let's go into the tunnel. Let's see what we got here. I do like that you don't have to collect torches. That was always really irritating about the original Dragon Warrior. Alright, giant worm and slime. Now, I'm wondering, on that giant worm, is that supposed to be armor? Is that supposed to be a shield? Is that supposed to be a band-aid? What is that on the worm? I do agree that game UI has gotten a lot better since this, although this wasn't bad for the Nintendo era. Nintendo era, especially the 8-bit era, this is not terrible, and especially with what was going on with PCs at the time. His PC games at the time, some of them had really, really terrible UI. And now we've come full circle where UI is horrible again, where you get things like Fallout 76 that basically doesn't have a UI, or role-playing, or gameplay, or anything. It's a nothing simulator. Alright, so let's do a search. Found a medical herb. Nice. So that medical herb was not wasted. We get one back. And we get another combat. Oh, actually, what I love is the early games like Castle Wolfenstein, where it was like QWEASDZXC to do your movement, because you had 9 keys, and then you had I think it was IOPKL semicolon, and then it was like comma period / for aiming your weapon. Those were fun days. Those were very, very fun days. Or when you had a like, I'm not kidding, that was actually in the very first Wolfenstein game. Those were your controls. Now, technically speaking, you could use it as a twin stick shooter if you had 2 joysticks. It was probably like the first twin stick shooter ever, possibly. Definitely on PC, but yeah. I'm on my way to Ismet Village too. Why don't you join me, you dummy? You're not very good at your job. Although he's staying out of the fights, maybe he's better than I think he is. So a dive rat appears. We gotta get rid of this guy, because he's trouble. Because he hits hard. Okay, good. Dive rat's gone. 2 damage. Alright, let's kick this guy's ass. Alright, 4 pieces and 11 gold. Okay, I just need to check some stuff here. Hold on. Give me a minute here. There we go. I just realized that I'm doing things in a very, very counterintuitive manner in terms of monitoring my stream. There we go. That's a lot better. Now I can actually see what's going on. I can see if things are about to die. Okay. So... oh, yeah. Anyway. Here we go. Let's continue. Seeing another treasure chest. Alright, Stag Beetle done. 1 experience point, 4 gold. And, oh, no, we want that. That's ours, we earned it. We're stealing it fair and square. 40 gold pieces, sweet. And we get into a fight right away. Alright, giant worm. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you guys for letting me know how the audio is. Now, the reason why I have to ask how the audio is because in my headset, the game audio for some reason doesn't come through to the final mix. Everything else does. If I were to play something on the desktop, it would come through here. Everything but this game, for whatever reason, it manages to get into OBS, but it doesn't manage to come into my headphones. So this is why I'm relying on meters to see, okay, I know how loud my voice is, and I can see how relatively loud the game is. So, thank you for letting me know that this is okay. Alright, the slime missed. Slime was defeated. Foes were defeated. Again, 8 gold pieces and 4 experience. Alright, really? For a slime? Alright, let's kick your ass. Goodbye. Goodbye, slime. 1 experience, 2 gold. See, that's something you would expect in, like, you know, the first Dragon Warrior. Alright, so we're on the other side of the river. I don't know what that tower is supposed to be. I remember there was a tower in the previous game in Dragon Warrior 3. We never got to that tower. What I am going to do, however, is because I'm on the other side of the water, this is probably a new enemy zone. I'm going to grab an item. I'm going to grab a medical herb. Use. I'm the only one in the party. Why do you have to ask? Alright, where am I going here? Okay, well, no secret bridges that I can see. Okay, I'm guessing that I would have to go back in the cave to do that. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we're attacking the Babel. Oh, hey, someone new in the stream. Awesome. Just getting our Dragon Warrior 4 on. Okay, yeah, blind Dragon Warrior 4. Okay, now, I guess, yeah, I put the tag of first playthrough on here. I have played this before. I haven't played it in about 25 years, so it may as well be blind, and I'm not using any kind of guide. I don't have a map open on a different PC screen or anything, so I am just kind of wandering blindly. But I have played this before. Not a blind run. I could do a blind run. I would just have to completely forget everything about this game, which I pretty much have, so it may as well be a blind run. Oh, speed! If you're here for a speed run, man, you are... I'm sorry, you're going to be very disappointed. Yeah, I'm not very good at speed running. Even games I know really, really well. Okay, I need to use the herb before I die. I am going to item. I am going to... What? How did I run out of everything? I am going to run. Because I need to get to town. There we go. Yeah, I do agree. Speedrunning is memorization. I actually, in the last episode of the live stream, we were doing Dragon Warrior 3, and I posted a link in the chat of someone who was doing the games done quick, where they were gaming the system, so to speak, and they were taking advantage of the random number generator for the first Dragon Warrior. They were able to complete the whole thing in like 27 minutes. Yeah, that's him, Vaxherd. He's insane. It's amazing. Alright, talk. Must be very tired. 6 gold pieces, yes. Enjoy your stay. Okay. Alright, we're healed. Which is good. Can we talk to anybody? Because I want to know where I am, first of all. You came to this village too. Well, yeah, that was kind of my job. Wonder how we... Okay, so we got to get into the tower. I should have known that. Armor and weapons. Let's see. How much is stuff here? Like to buy... Oh, wow. Yeah, you can buy some really nice stuff in these games. I gotta go out and grind me some enemies, get me some gold. Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Honestly, I haven't been much into the speedrunning scene. Let's get rid of these slimes. There are days where being fluent in just English impresses me, and that's when it's me talking, because sometimes wording is very hard. Especially when I do the intros to these streams. For some reason, when I do the intros to these streams, I run out of breath constantly, but I can almost do complete, like, stream of consciousness, total, non-stop talking while I'm doing the stream, and it doesn't seem to bother me as much. Alright, let's get rid of this worm. Let's see if we can get into the tower. Okay, 10 gold pieces. Okay, I leveled up. Good. Strength goes up 3, agility goes up 1, vitality 2, HP 3. Okay, that's decent-ish, I guess. Alright, let's see what we can do. We gotta get over to that tower. Can we get to the tower? Dive rat appears, giant worm appears. Well, we take care of the dive rat because he's the biggest threat. Okay, giant worm is gone. So now we're starting to deal enough damage that we can actually defend ourselves pretty well. Which we kind of have to. Alright. It's just like Skyrim. It crashes the second you try starting it. Oh wait, sorry, that's everything that Bethesda actually makes. I just saw the trailer not long ago or the extended gameplay trailer for Rage 2. I don't get how Bethesda can publish amazing games, but they can't make any. Oh, you never played Ultima? Ultima was huge. Do we have a secret passageway? Anything? Nope. Stag beetle. Yeah, Ultima was a big hit in our household. You know what though? Ultima was on the NES. Dragon Warrior was on the NES. They were basically contemporaries. They were out around the same time. Alright, so let's get these stag beetles. Alright, taking a little bit of damage, not too bad. Well, okay, yes, the actual game is much older, so your first 3 parts, which I think were they Apple II originally? I think they were Apple II. to start, and like Apple II, Amiga, and then they were on the PC. Those were like your first three. Everything from like 4 onward, I think, was published on anything that had electricity. I think any platform that had electricity got Ultima because the guy who made Ultima just loves money. And it sold like crazy. And then, of course, there was Ultima Online, which I remember very, very well. It was a huge scandal for Ultima Online when Richard Garrett, aka, I think it's Richard Garrett, Lord British, he actually died in game. Somebody took advantage of a bug in the code. Well, not a bug in the code, but kind of a hole, like a loophole in the code, and killed him. He was supposed to be completely invincible. Killed him and one-shotted him, actually, if I recall. I would have to look it up, but I think it was a one-shot. And it was like this huge thing. It was like everywhere. Like PC Gamer magazine had this huge article on it. Alright, yeah, there's no other secret tunnels that I can think that I can see. But we're farming some enemies and getting some gold. Diablo. You know what that was? I think well, yeah, I'm trying to think of what my first full-on RPG was. Surprisingly, it wasn't Wasteland. Oddly enough, I didn't play Wasteland until after I played the original Fallout and Fallout 2. Still trying to think on what my first RPG on PC would be. Probably would be my PC port of Ultima 4. Alright, we're at 14. Alright, let's take out the worm. We're gonna try and limp back to base. I really do need to get more medical herbs, because this character doesn't get any healing points. It's an item shop, so I want to buy some medical herbs. I want to buy medical herb. I want to buy a medical herb. Okay, I can't carry any more things. Alright. No, I'm good. I'm good. Go away. I'm gonna rest for the night. 6 gold. Yeah, we'll pay it. Have a safe journey. That usually doesn't happen in these games. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make one last check on my boy to make sure that he is fully and completely asleep, and maybe I'll probably end up extending the stream a little bit past 11, but I am going to be right back in just a moment's time. Let's say within about 2.5 minutes. Okay, and we're back. And we're back to fighting. Alright. Ragnar attacks. 13 damage. Okay, so we're dealing some decent damage. We need better weapons. We clearly need better armor. I do like how they use in the in-game explanation that the king doesn't charge enough taxes. That's why our gear is crap. I think that's the first time they've ever lampshaded that. All right. So we're still trying to find a way to get into this tower. What is around this tower? Well, we've got mountains on this side over here. No bridge. Let's see what we got around this village. We have a dive rat and a giant worm. That's what we have. We're about to have a dead dive rat and giant worm. Dead. A terrific blow. Your attack was splendid. Alright, let's see what happens when we wander over this way. A slime appears. Okay. Oh, a demon stump. That's new. Okay, this thing needs to die quick. And it's not dead yet. Demon Stump uses a... Wait, Demon Stump uses a medical herb? Okay, goodbye. Wow. Okay, 17 gold pieces and 8 experience. Giant worm appears. Okay. 11. Done. Let me just make sure that I'm not... Okay. A babble. I need to kill the babble first. I also need to make sure that I don't get poisoned. Okay, Babble's dead. Stag Beetle, dead. Okay, foes were defeated. 12 gold pieces. Now let's use an herb. Because we have enough of them. Okay, we're at 38 of 38. That's good. Although it'd be really nice if we had more hit points by this time. Like, this is kind of sad. Alright. 2 slimes done. Only took a single hit point of damage. Nothing in the middle of the night that I can see that would help me out. What do you mean I'm dead? I'm not dead. I'm just resting. Beautiful plumage. Let me just... Oh, yeah, okay, I can see there are a few dips in the stream there. I'm not sure what happens with that because I'm not... all of a sudden I'll get a really high string of drop frames. I haven't figured out why. Yeah, there was something with the stream. The stream quality just kind of crapped out. I think it's the codec that I'm using. I need to stop using it and go back to just using CPU. Because I have a lot of CPU power that I can use. And here we go. We're just spiking again with drop frames. What the hell? Yeah, we just experienced another mini crash. For next week's stream, I'm going to go back to using just CPU encoding, because using the video card for some reason, and it's definitely not the video card, I think it's the driver. Okay, let's get rid of the babble if we can. We need to get rid of these babbles because they can poison us really quick. Alright, this dive rat is just gonna die now. Okay, 9 experience points, 15 gold. We need to get back to town. Because I would prefer going to the inn rather than spending an herb. But we're going to use an item. Why do I have... Why am I out of herbs? No. Run. No, attack. Let's just get rid of these guys. Three damage. Okay, I gotta get rid of... Okay, Babble's gone, can't get poisoned. I would really like to know what's happening to all my medicinal herbs. What is going on here? Are these... I have 3 of them. Why can't I use them in combat? Anyway, alright. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Apparently healing yourself in combat is overrated. We're going to talk to this gentleman. We're going to use up 6 gold. And we're going to get some hit points back. Yeah, I don't think inventory management is quite that possible. Let me see. Let me go into my items. Ooh, wait, tactics. Maybe it's in there. No, it's not, because I'm the only one in the party. Item. See, if I come here, the only thing I have is transfer? Hold the herb in the other hand. Is that supposed to be sarcasm? Alright, let's see. If I go to item... No, it doesn't change anything, though. Away to the tower, there's not really much that I know. Okay, welcome to Izmit. I need to speak with some locals, find out what the hell's going on. Because please find my child. He vanished like smoke. You. This is a school. No, it's not. Liar. No way. Okay then. Let's talk to the teacher. Welcome, soldier. I'm teaching now. Perhaps we can talk. Okay, we can talk at night. Again, the day-night cycle. Alright, let's see who else we can speak with. We got the soldier guy. Oh, we got staircase. If we have staircases, take the staircase. Who is this person? Who are you? Okay, the person in jail acts like a child. Clearly, that means we have to speak to the dude in jail. Yeah, I've noticed that the stream has been really choppy. It's one of those things I'm gonna have to fix for the next time. Because for me to fix it now, I would probably have to end the stream and restart it. Okay, well, I can't get to this guy. Well, it's a cat. But I can't get... Yeah, alright. So where's the jail? Huh, alright. Interesting. Get out of my way. There we go. Jail. Get me out, sir. I was hungry and took some bread. That's all I did. Oh, alright. So much for acting like a child. Alright, let's see what it would cost to upgrade some weapons and or armor. Talk. I have 344. I probably don't have enough for anything. Thorn Whip. Okay, Thorn Whip. That would be pretty... That would be an upgrade probably from a copper sword. Chain Sickle Iron Spear. And... Let's see, are we back? Are we back online? We are back online. Okay, let's see if people come back to the stream. The stream completely took a huge dump on me. Okay. Who is in the chat? Let's see who's back. Because it does take a little bit of time for everything to kind of settle in. Yeah, I don't know what it is with tonight's stream. Okay, let's talk to these guards at night. Let's get to this kid over here. I gotta catch this little shit. Or is this the same little brat that I was trying to get to? There we go. Named Alex. Damn it. Same kid. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Let's see what Alex has to say at night. Yes, I'm Alex. Monsters are coming. I'm scared. Oh, come on. Give me more than that. Let's see what the mystic dude has to say. Welcome to the House of Healing. Oh, let's save. Alright, so it's saving our game. Yes. No. Yes, we are continuing our quest. Talk. Inform. Oh, okay, that's just to get your what you have left till your next experience level. Alright, let's go upstairs to this person. Let's see what they have to say. Alright. Let's see what the kid has to say. Nothing. The plant isn't going to tell us anything. Stupid plants. Alright, welcome back to those of you who are making it back into the stream after everything kind of crashed out on me. I don't know if it was a bad connection to Twitch or what, but yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of fun. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I almost feel like looking up a walkthrough to know what the hell to do next. Anybody want to do a open up a walkthrough and just post in the chat what I need to do? That'd be hilarious. Let's have the chat walk me through. That would be, actually, you know what? That would be the ultimate kind of like blind playthroughs. Take a game I've never played before and have people like walk me through it. Just to see how well or poorly I take direction. Spoiler, it probably will be hilariously bad. Alright, let's head back toward the other side. Clearly there's nothing going on here. A healer? Attack a healer. Healer cast heal. Yeah. Okay, he's gotta run out of magic points eventually. There we go. Well, not bad. 7 experience and 11 gold. At least I get something for it. Let me see. Okay, well. Let me see. Yeah, things have been a lot more stable since I switched over the way that I'm doing my my stream. I'm not going back to that video card crap. I know OBS went through a major update to try and help with video card encoding, to make video card encoding much more viable and much more streamlined. But there's no way I should be crashing on what I'm doing here. I'm doing a very, very... It's not even that major a stream. Like, I'm not pumping through a humongous bit rate. Yeah, I'm not pumping through 60 frames a second. Like, this is, yeah. I mean, I'm using more... I'm not even using 10% of my CPU. My CPU cooler isn't even spinning right now, I bet. My CPU cooler's bored. Alright, 2 gold pieces. Let's get the hell out of this. No, okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, let's see what we can do. You're going to run out of magic points. There you go. There we go. He's out of attacks. Or he's out of magic points. He's dead. The only reason why I deal with this is because it's actually worth it to get that 7 experience. Because at this point in the game, that's actually really, really important. Alright, let's go back to the other side. Let's wander... Really? Because I have a feeling what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go and report back with what I saw at the village. I'm guessing there's a part of me that kind of secretly wishes that on my monitor here I did in fact have a walkthrough so I could know what the hell I was supposed to be doing. It would probably make things a lot more fun. Or Goodbye, worm. Goodbye, beetle. Also, it's possible that back at the castle I have party members that I can recruit. So that's really where I'm going with this. I'm going to see if I can recruit people. Although I'm at like level 5 or 6 and they're going to be like level 1. So I'm going to have to babysit them for a while. Oh, when you say like the way you would play, that you'd play for, meaning like you'd just like wander around till something finally like clicked. Or the fact that I'm backtracking to the castle to see if there's any more plot exposition that can come out of the fact that I visited the village that they asked me to. Because really, like, this is one of those things where there is a clear indication of what I'm supposed to do next, but absolutely no indication of how I'm supposed to go about it. Like, it's usually about this time where you have to get over to the tower, but the old mystic who lives in the secret cave by the forest of enchanted whatevers, and then you go to the forest of enchanted whatevers and find the cave and talk to the mystic, and then he sends you somewhere else. But here there's nothing. Here it's like, hey, that tower looks really suspicious. And that's it. That's all it does. And it doesn't help that both the tower is extremely isolated. The town is isolated in an area where there's no other waypoints in or out other than that stupid tunnel. And the tunnel only has one exit. So it's just really weird. Alright, let's see what we can find out. We need to speak to the king. Door. There we go. Let's head up to His Majesty's little throne room here. Oh, hey buddy, WTF. I see you haven't progressed much. Well, thanks a lot, asshole. Alright. King is admirable. No, he isn't. Your king's a dick. Your king is a dick. I'm gonna come right out and say it. That man's a dick. Alright. Useless king. He is completely useless. Alright. It's all the same parks as before. Did I come up here before? No, I didn't come up here before. I probably should have, but I didn't. Okay. This better be worth it. This guy makes me wheezy these days. Thanks. Thanks for not giving me anything. Alright. Apparently we're kind of on our own here. We have to kind of figure this out on our own. Alright, what does this lady have to say? Don't fall... What do you mean fall behind the other soldiers? The other soldiers haven't done jack. They've done nothing. Monsters have been around for some time. They may be the cause of the recent disappearances of children. That's still not helpful. I need something more helpful. No, you haven't missed anything. I don't know if I need to talk to that guy or not. I know if I talk to that guy, he's going to offer to come with me. I wish to be a royal soldier. Can you take me along? If I say yes, he says he's going to follow, and then he doesn't. Like, the second I leave the town, he's done. He doesn't follow me. Some doors aren't locked, they open without a key. Okay. So, finally, some useful information. Check all the damn doors. Check every single door you come across. Alright. Well, let's try this. You. Door. Hey, worked. Even though they're strong, monsters can't enter towns. Why do children vanish? Alright, let's go upstairs. We're gonna follow the... Not a kid anymore, so I guess I'm safe. Yeah, you're definitely a kid. You're using the kid character model, you're a kid. You're wearing standard kid clothing item number 4. You are a kid. Okay, that one tells you where Isbit Village is. Yeah, I did talk to everybody at night. It really wasn't very helpful. Talking to them at night just basically revealed there was something very, very slightly different about what was said by the guy in jail, and the kids gave me the name of the guy. But that was about it. Just basically said talk to the kids, and the kids were useless. And that was after I caught them. So you basically got to see, or depending on how, again, depending on how the stream is crashing, you probably got to see most of what was going on. Alright, I'm out of cider and this is unacceptable. So we are going to go with traditional recipe, exceptional taste, Tatra beer. Where's this from? What is this supposed to be? Okay. Product of Poland. So it's Polish beer. No, the town that I went to is actually the first one. That's the village that the king sent me to find out the cause of the disappearance of the children. So that's where I was supposed to go. It's just once you get there, there's not much, like, you talk to the people in this town, they say, hey, go through the cave, and then it's just slightly northeast, which is exactly where I found the cave. Or, sorry, the village. The thing is that the village is like super isolated. There's only one way in. There's only one way out, which is through that cave. The cave has one way in, one way out. How the hell do you get that stupid tower? Anyway, hold on. Let's there we go. Okay, so let's have a taste of Polish beer. Okay. I guess taste is subjective, but it's also not in this beer. My level goes up. Oh, okay. Strength goes up 4 points, vitality 4, luck goes up 1, max HP up 6. Good. Let's see, and that's the thing. These types of mountains are completely impassable. You cannot get by them. So, right now, this village is isolated. Or I should say, this castle is isolated. The village where I went to is isolated. Something's not... I'm missing a trigger somewhere. Because it said, remember, this is chapter 1. And we're getting to... We're actually right on 11 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up and I'm going to check. Because this is frustrating me. And this is not how I will normally do things, but I have to know. We're doing it, folks. Dragon Warrior 4 walkthrough. I'm kind of ashamed of myself that I have to do this, but I don't want to end the stream without knowing how I'm supposed to at least get a little bit further ahead in this. Okay. Chapter 1, Royal Soldiers. Talk to everyone, yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go to Ismith Village. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta go back to the village. Apparently, I missed the scene. Getting back to my original point. And as soon as I get through this combat, this is one of those things where you have to trigger an event based off of, see, you can't go to the south, you can't go east, you can't really go north, and you can't go west. We've already been to the edge of the west. So this whole thing here is solving a mystery where you have one clue, and I just looked it up, and it would have been one that I would have dicked around with this for about a month. And if I recall, I don't think I ever beat Dragon Warrior 4. I think this is the only one of the 4 that I never beat. Alright, let's go. This is one of those where having the fairy water would be a really good idea, because then all these low-level enemies leave you alone. Okay. So apparently I was in the town at night, but I wasn't in the town at night enough. There are different levels of night, different levels of dark. So getting dark, pitch black, like as you can see. I had the wrong version of night. Oh, the Babbles haven't seen me. Good. I get to kill one right away. I get to kill the other one right away. I like that. 16 gold. Okay, let's... God. Alright, so let's... Yeah, slime ran away. Okay, let's go. I gotta get the hell out of here. I gotta get through this stupid cave. Every time I see these dive rats, the only thing I can think of is like the banter from Pinky and the Brain. Like, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? It kind of reminds me of my waffle joke running gag. Save the kids. Alright, let's go. Alright. Let's get back to that village. And let's get into another fight. Then we'll get to the village. I should have attacked the Babel first, actually. Well, it's okay. I can take care of that now. And I can kill the Babel. 9 and 15. Good. Alright, to the village. Now. Oh my god. Let's see, door. It opens. Huzzah. speak to you. I'm a traveler. I'm going to take a bath. Please leave. Okay. So, the whole thing is, this is pretty much the whole point of the plot, is you have to come back when this person's taking a bath. Okay, so I gotta talk to, let's go to this guy. So that's the thing, is this is the wrong time of night. So, door. You talk. Please find my child. You. Let's talk to you. So my wife says Pocus was playing with some funny shoes when he vanished. Alright. Apparently... Oh no, okay, so I know now who I have to talk to. I gotta go around, I gotta talk to this guy. Okay, I saw the man in the underground jail in the castle town of Berland. Why don't you go back there? Oh. Yep, okay. All that, so I can go back to the castle. That's what I was missing. I was here, but I wasn't here at the right time of night. Okay, I am poisoned. Now I gotta kill this guy, and then I need an antidote. Okay, before I move, item. Antidote herb. Use. The poison leaves my body. Good. Let's take a medical herb. There we go. Okay. So now, back to the castle. So I have to find this guy's wife. The guy who's in the jail cell, I have to find his wife. I better have triggered the right... That's the thing there's... With these games, it's very easy to trigger things out of order. So you have to be careful of not triggering things out of order. And every time you do a transition, there's going to be a stupid battle. This is like one of those really... At least it's not a slow grind. I'll give it that. Yeah, part of me ever wonders if I ever got out of this first part of Dragon Warrior 4. I know my brother beat it, but I think he beat it after he moved out west. Because he was the one who owned the Nintendo. I, of course, did not own my own console until PlayStation 2? I think my PlayStation 2 was my first ever console. My second ever console that I had bought, and wasn't just a hand-me-down, because I did also have a Vectrex at one point. The next console that I bought for myself is the Xbox 360 that I currently have, and almost never use. We have a Wii that I don't really use. And everything else is done now through like DOSBox and stuff like that, rather than having a small army or massive collection of like old computers and stuff. This is a very, very bland beer. This, you know what? This beer is like an alcoholic version of the de-alcoholized beers that you buy in a grocery store. It's very, very bland. It's not watery. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not exciting. I'm a little disappointed by it. Not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. Treasure chest, antidote herb. Gained 8 gold. Perfect. Let me get back to the castle. I got shit to do. Okay, kill the babble. Yep, slime runs away. That's fine. Slime should have seen me coming and said, yeah, I don't want none of that. Okay, here we go. Back to the castle. Alright. Castle Town of Berlin. I need to find an exit for now. I do have a little bit of money. Who are you? Oh, there we go. I need to find you. And I need to get you there alive. The question is, can you fight? Nope, you can't fight. But at least it looks like I'm not liable for your safety during a fight, which is nice. And it looks like you're decent at keeping most of the fights away, so that's not too bad. Let's kill the stag beetle. Alright. This better be worth my while. Well, it is, I mean, it's going to be worth my while. That'll end chapter 1. I will say one thing, and I guess, again, this goes back to what we were talking about in the first part of the stream, in that in the original Dragon Warrior and Dragon Warrior 2, you had these, like, nice backgrounds for battles. Like, you had environment that you were battling in. Now it's just sort of this black, empty void. And I guess a lot of it is there's only so much that you can fit on these ROM chips that as you make these worlds bigger, you just can't have those backgrounds anymore. But it just... Oh, hello, dive rat. Yeah, it just makes these battles boring. It may, well, it just, or I should say, a lot less interesting than they used to be. Alright, let's get off of here. Let's check and see how the stream's doing. Stream is doing more or less okay-ish, I guess. Sort of? Alright, let's, oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, slime and a stag beetle. Let's kill the stag beetle. Slime runs away. No, slime does not run away. Slime is not very bright. Okay, here we go. And... oh... let's kill some dive rats. Yeah, thank God the game is 10 times as expensive as the first Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I never understood why Dragon Warrior 4... and isn't it 4 that's the one that's like the really, really hard one to get? Like it's super expensive and like ultra rare to find in good condition. Alright, so what are our clues so far? Kids are playing with funky shoes and they disappear. And now we're... who are you, ma'am? I'm your wife. I must have lost my mind in fear after being attacked by monsters. Soldier, thanks for finding me. Hearing this from some children. Okay, the secret playground is 4 steps to the south and 4 steps to the east of the village signpost. So 4 down, 4 left. Okay. Something may be there. You should find out. Okay. Let's go. But first I'm gonna go to the inn. I'm gonna get myself all refreshed. And healed up. See if we can get at least get out of chapter 1. Yeah, 700 gold. I think I can spare 6. Alright. Speaking of 700 gold, I should probably upgrade. Weapon or armor? I'm going to go with armor, because this looks like we're going to go into a mini boss battle. What do I want? I want to buy. I'm going to grab chainmail. Okay. Exit. Okay, now I need to go into equip. And I need to go chainmail. Okay, now I need to sell. And I need to sell my leather armor. And there we go. We're going to exit, so we're going to see how much we need to upgrade our weapon. I think we have enough for an upgraded weapon. 491? No, I need 550. Okay. Alright, well, let's try going to the playground. Let's see what we can do. Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. $100 for Dragon Warrior 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, damn it. Alright, guys, let's go. 3 jump to 80-ish. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And you know what? Like, the whole thing is, and if Nintendo and Square Enix could kind of get their shit together, they could sell probably thousands and thousands of ROMs for like $5 and just make millions. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. We're at 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, there we go. No need to search, it takes us there automatically. Oh, well. Come this way. Search. 4. Talk. Oh, step on it. Fall. Okay. Alright. Come this way. You have to be a little bit more specific. Come this way. Okay, well, I'm going the right way. At least there's that. Not that way. We're playing Marco Polo. Yeah, the NES and SNES Classic, the difference with those is... Oh no, the eShops are horrible. eShops really are terrible. And the NES and SNES Classics don't really have they're definitely not going to have the Dragon Warrior 1 through 4, not unless you hack them. Yeah, Alright, well, come this way. Okay, well, not that way. Oh, we're playing the greatest game of Marco Polo ever. Awesome. Alright, so we're on our way to a mini-boss. Come this way. Not that way. Oh, for Christ's sake. I get the feeling I'm missing some really cool loot. Anyway, I just want to get this over with. I want to get chapter 1 over with. I'm either going to die or I'm going to beat this mini boss, and I just want it to be done. Okay, well, Ragnar opens the treasure chest and he dies immediately. Finds the flying shoes. Okay, I obtained the flying shoes. Yay? Sure. Now what do I do? Do I use them? Do I equip them? You spent all this time with all these voices. Come this way, do this, do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does get me to the tower, but you spent all this time establishing do this, do that, come this way, don't go this way, do this, don't do that. You know, can you read the signs? Demon stump. You know, no long-haired freaky people need not apply sort of thing. But you don't tell me what, like, give me a voice, give me a note. Give me a note saying, hey, you do this with the shoes. Lethal Gopher. Not very lethal. Ooh, nice. Okay, I am going the wrong way, however. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm running. Damn it. Yep, take it easy. We will see you next Sunday, Lee. Have a good one. I'm just seeing if I can make any headway in this before I give up, because I know I'm running late on this. But it's almost like stubborn pride at this point to say that I advanced the story even a little bit. Goodbye, Gopher. Goodbye, healer. Foes were defeated. 21 gold. Alright. Yep, transition. 2 gophers. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, so these guys do pack a punch. Okay. I'm going to die. Let's go with the medical herb. Oh, shit. Okay, so now I know why they call them lethal gophers. I'm gonna... Oh, my level goes up. Perfect. 9 points. Okay, I need to, in that case, use my medical herb to go up 9 points as well. And there we go, 53. I'm gonna need that. I need to get the hell out of here. Oh, that's right. Now I need to find my way out. If you go that way, you'll go back. Okay, that's what I want. What? Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, that was weird, but alright, I'll take it. Alright, let's get to the town. Let's save the game. And here we go. Mystic Dude is here. Talk. And we're gonna save. Yes. Am I continuing my quest? Let's see. I have to admit defeat again and consult the walkthrough to see if I'm even going to bother doing any more of this because, you know, we're half an hour past where I usually cut this off. But let's take a look. Okay, don't use the shoes yet. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Okay, so... Yes. Ah, okay, so yeah, this would still be quite a bit of playing to go through before we actually got to where it is that we needed to, or that we wanted to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here. We're going to cut this one here, and we're going to go no. Okay, rest well. All right. So, with that in mind, I want to thank everybody for joining me on the stream tonight. Was really good. Was really good to have a nice lively chat. That was great. Glad to see that there's still love for old school. Because honestly, I think the only, I mean, I'm first of all horrible at newer games because it's not the mechanics that I can't get a hold of. I'm not that old that I can't learn new games, I don't have the patience to deal with the people that spend their entire lives perfecting that, the ways to try not to get caught cheating with their headshot one kill bots that they have running in the background in the scripts and shit. I hate dealing with online multiplayer games. I think the most fun I would have in a battle royal would be to join it and just see how long I could survive by not doing anything. Just like running around and hiding. How high could I score? Or conversely, try and accept the challenge of being the first to die. Could I ever be the first person to die in like Fortnite? Maybe I'll do that one night. But that night will not be tonight. Will probably not be next Sunday either. But I do want to thank all of you for joining me here and for being here for the stream, participating. And as an added bonus, if you act now, you too can soon be regretting following me on the following social media platforms. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Some Guy Named Rob. I'm also just Some Guy Named Rob on Instagram. You can, if you're on Facebook, I don't know. A lot of people are telling me they're not on Facebook anymore, but if you want to sign up for my group, facebook.com/group/Some Guy Named Rob. And of course, if you want to support me on Patreon or just follow what I'm doing, because Patreon is basically used as my blog, you can follow me at patreon.com/Some Guy Named Rob. Thank you very much. We will see you next week, next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. or thereabouts, live from the International Academy for the Subtle Art of Talking to Oneself and Waffle House. Have a good night, everybody.